Let's go. Third take, best take. This is a funny way to start it off, huh? Look upon me works. Honorable discharges. Certificates of toxic training. A veteran. More than that, a chemical regiment soldier. Elementus regamus perilium. We control the battle through the elements. I am a veteran, no longer actively serving. However, unfortunately, it seems things are going to change. This is my declaration. Would you look at that? It's not in a museum. I can grasp it. I can grab it. If I want to, I can change it and go make a new one. My Declaration of Independence. I am, simply put, I am free. I am free to liberally pursue good and just goals. It's the same as our forefathers. Our forefathers never wanted one dusty old document collecting dust that nobody has seen that it still tries to protect. This document protects me because I touch it and it is of mine. And then it is my power. It is me that gives it power. This is my spirituality, lighthouses of love, connected to the system of spiritualities, my SOS. If you are in spiritual crisis, send up an SOS. We will connect our system of spiritualities, and then we will move forward together in well. And we will all give of the fountain of youth freely, as is spiritual. It's just his spirit. It's just the thing. Look at this. I have my own mandate, not a mandate to leadership, a mandate to life, because I think life matters more than leadership. We must sally forward to delouse our government. My own mandate. Do you know why it doesn't matter? Because only I said it. It's on my paper. It only matters to me. In your head, you're thinking this guy is crazy. So to you, this mandate doesn't matter. Good. Glad it doesn't matter. Hopefully at some point it may matter more. Here's my political affiliations. I am a radical Republican. I'm a demi-Democrat. Look at my spiritual. I am fire. I am soulful lumps of clay ore in flux, baby. I am a pacifist pagan. I am a Crispus Corpus Christian. And it's been relegated to the back pages, and the Marines barely even think of it anymore. But every branch was always a rifleman before their MOS. Before my fancy chemical talk and all of my chemical knowledge, I was a rifleman, and I will always be a rifleman, the first and the last rifleman. I have my own militia, the 11th Indiana Insiders, the first radical revolutionaries, the first rebel rouser. Listen to me rouse and rebel, blah. My cause, why am I up? Why am I fighting? Why am I even here? As you can see, there's a mandate for leadership. You will know soon enough it created a block of treacherous and tyrannical, hateful and corruption. It broadcasted seeds that are forcefully inseminated. I want to say a different word. YouTube will not let me. Very soon I will say all the words as all I want. They forced a quote-unquote religious mandate into our spiritual government. This mandate and all created groves of treacherous and tyrannical trees sprouting all the poisonous and polluted fruit. I am going to petition the government and talk about imminent public seizures and getting back our goods and our taxes. My taxes will no longer pay to beat people over the head. I simply refuse. Unconstitutional conversion of spiritual ideology. I will take my declaration, fold it, and now present to you the evidence. Also, look at this, spiritual. My currency, all I have left are pennies. I'm a disabled veteran. I get $300 from the government enough. I only have enough to get my weed and smoke it. I wonder if this has any importance in our history. Look at my paganism, the Enlightenment, the daybreak. Gods and goddesses are punished for giving fire and good things to men, rainbow bridges and love and life. But it is what we do, brother. Indy belongs to all of us. Look at Tank Man. Look at how good he is. Don't tread on me. I also have a raised fist painted in black. I don't know where it is. It has a lot of names on it. Those names need to be realized and remembered and realized. Or realized, recognized. Yeah, realized and recognized. Apologies, there's a lot of... Okay, let's go. There's going to be a lot of movement. I apologize. Okay, so, mandate for leadership. Let's break those words down. Mandates. Authoritative command or instruction. 2, leadership. Capacity or ability. Position of. So this was a mandate from 4 Christian and conservative leadership. Where was the mandate coming from? I don't know. I'm not going to say it. My phone is also going to die, so we have to do this a little bit differently. Good God. Phone, you pick just the wrong times. Or maybe I picked the wrong times. Who knows? Okay. So. Oh. I'm unprofessional. That might be something you should feel better about personally, but I don't know. So, 1979 conception. Jack Eckerd, the former head of General Services Administration. I don't want to just keep reading to you. But he suggests they draw up a plan of action. This is dangerous. When you have this much information and experience of how an administration works, you are not allowed to put your fingers in outside business that will influence it. Robert Cribble, this man is very fascinating. He proposed that Heritage produces a manual to help the policymaker cut the size of government and manage it more efficiently. He was a chairman in '85. He was also, he helped create, let me figure out where we're at. Chemist. Helped create Loctite and the co-founder at Loctite. I don't know if he helped create it. I don't know. I won't say that. So, 1978, joined board at Heritage. 1989, he founded the Krebel Institute to promote democracy, economic freedom to Soviet Union, Eastern Europe. With the Institute, over 80 trips. Conducting seminars, meeting with leaders, training full-time network, 20,000 paid experts. I don't know how big that is now. And there was even talk when there was leaders meeting with Heritage instead of the U.S. I hope you all remember that. It wasn't too long ago. 1990, appointed him to the executive committee. Great. And then let's get back to the mandate. In 1980, everyone finally got done yapping, and they made the 5-page outline, Mandate for Leadership, overseen and edited by Charles Heatherly, former director of Intercollegiate Studies Institute, promotes conservative thought on college campuses. The mandate. This was Mandate 1, 20 volume, 3,000 pages. To halt affirmative action for civil liberties that were harmed women and black people. This is also suggestions. Stop being bent. Federal, yep. Basically moving federal power towards state, conservative direction. So let's look. So we know it was a conservative and Christian leadership. I am going to fill in the mandate. It was a mandate from the alt-right spirit, the blood gods, the same KKK, Confederate, that still don't understand that we are all human. It's okay, brother. I love you too, regardless. We all have a place here. So let's look at the Heritage Foundation, who designed this thing. The Heritage Foundation. Let's break it down. It is the Heritage Foundation, activist conservative think tank. That's a lot of odd words I don't think go together. Activist. If you are an activist, you are aggressively or actively on behalf of a cause. If you are an American, this is going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. It's okay. Brace for impact of or related to United States of America or indigenous peoples of North and South America. That's rough, Bobby. That's really rough. So, 6, conservative, favoring traditional views and values. Traditional or restrained, moderate, and or cautious. Brother, that doesn't describe the Heritage Foundation or Project 2025 or the Mandate for Leadership. I think they're hooded. I think they're wearing the hood of conservatism. I don't think there's a conservative out there that will look at that plan and not shit themselves. Let's also take a look at the word indigenous. I like saying indigenois because I'm not that fancy to say that word indigenous very well. And they are natives or originals. Very fancy. Let's take a look at the word think tank. Where did I put it? Many authors funded by corporations, government, special interest. They collectively perform research, develop reports and recommendations on topics. They don't develop recommendations on policy. On topics. So, let's see. All right, right down here. So, when Ronald Reagan was voted in, the Mandate for Leadership was pre-published after election and then broadcasted to admin with no broadcasting towards we the people. Many authors were recruited. Key mandate contributors: William for the arts and humanity, it's for the humanity. I never knew we had that agency. I kind of wrote that pretty poorly. National Endowment of the Humanities. National Endowment of Humanities. Yeah, brother, I had no idea we had one of those things. There's James Watt, serving as the Secretary of it was Education. I don't know what I put down there. Yeah, I just didn't put anything. The Secretary of Education. I remember that. So now, hopefully, we have established together the Mandate for Leadership is not conservative, nor is it Christian. So let's take a look. Andrew Johnson. God bless my phone and its dumb battery. Phone, you're going to have to bear with me, brother. Plug. It's at 70%, or 7. So, Andrew Johnson. Why am I talking about this feller? The 17th president. After Lincoln was zapped, Johnson supposedly was supposed to be zapped as well, but the guy got scared or drunk. Nobody knows which one. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'd love a drink of water right about now. Ugh. So, Andrew Johnson, 17th president, assumed the role of president after Lincoln was assassinated. He wanted restoration without protection for newly freed. He wanted restoration of ceded states. Fascinatingly enough, he had conflict with Republicans. Republicans were pissed. Even Lincoln wanted pardons for some Confederates, but he didn't want them to be entered into... Stop. Lincoln was all about immunity, but absolutely not back into civil services. He recognized that it was brothers and sisters fighting. What Andrew Johnson didn't recognize is why. So he allowed the restoration of ceded states and their civil powers and their political powers. This is a rather messy one because it's much less what I care about. You should understand that Andrew Johnson pushed away from the federal government and gave more power to the states, and then allowed the states to write more black codes to help slave codes to help suppress minority populations and ensure that they would never be able to be in power, to discriminate against them because of, guess what? Some dumb spiritual thing. That's what they were thinking. And that's what I'm putting the mandate under, is that same spiritual dumbness. I don't know why. I think we can all sit together at the Fountain of Youth and drink freely and boast together well. He did some good things, and he grew up poor. He might be considered historically one of the worst presidents. He was still a man. He was still a patriot. Is there anything I really... But the big thing is how similar it was to the mandate of leadership and pushing away the feds and then making up shit to be mad at. Yes, let's associate people with drugs and then punish the drugs until they're gone. It is also important to note, the Northerners didn't really care about voting. They just wanted slavery gone. The Northerners also had black codes. Northerners also, there really wasn't a lot of voting for black people in the North. Please don't think this was just a Southern issue. This was a United issue. This was the issue from the United. So we understand this problem does not come from just the mandate. The mandate capitalized on a divided and broken democracy, but they did not swing the original pick. The division's been here since really man in memorial. So a man on the internet said some fancy things. Maybe if his shit wasn't so sideways, you'd really start to believe it. It's okay. You don't need to believe it. I just need to show you. I just want you to realize it for yourself. This next page is going to hurt the most out of all. Realize, react, and recognize the Holocausts and the effective, intentful ethnic suppression, cleansing, and the genocides of the people under the alt-right evil spirit. It was unjust, untowards, and unfaithful. I didn't write that down, but it's good now. Unfaithful towards our ancestors, our united, soulful, spiritual declarations of independence. Brother, when I sing, I am independent as I sing. That is the simplest of it. So, what do we do now? I gave you information. I would like thank you. I have a plan. Phone, brother, I need you to be just slightly more powered than you are. The five-folded democratic path to liberty and justice for all. And you know how I am not a treacherous and tyrannical, well, you don't know if I'm tyrannical. You know I'm not a treacherous person. I have no hood on. This is my naked paper, and I give freely unto you. My five-folded democratic plan, empowerment and education. Empowerment always comes first. You can't empower someone if you need empowerment. There needs to be light for you to read. Light for you to read. Enrichment and enlightenment. We just talked about the light. These are all important things. These, as much as I think one should go before the other, I think this is a five-folded plan. This works best together. Each one is very good by themselves. Empowerment, education, enrichment, and enlightenment. Then enforcement. Enforcement by and from. By and from. You see that? Everything pours into here, gives it its knowledge, its good and just thought, its liberal sense of justice. And then when everyone is understanding, you can provide just and equitable laws and punishments. Reconstruction failed. Let's look. So, yes. And so what I am saying is the mandate for leadership is an evil religious edict to burn and purify their lands, in quotes, there. It is this seed of tyrannical and treacherous trees full of hateful, evil, unconstitutional, poison, and polluted fruits, nuts, leaves, and etc. Grooves and groves, a grouted system. So this might sound fancy, but hopefully to some people it makes a little bit more sense. You always hear about the poisonous fruits of the tree. Brother, we have groves of poisoned and polluted orchards right here, right now. So let us not go into violence, go into dumb shit. Let us spiritually sit and pray and cry together and break bread and drink tea or Coke or whatever hell you have. Let us go on with the echelons of achievement of the people of America, of the United States. Please notice achievements is E for everyone. It's rated E. Do I have anything else? I like saying mean things. I'm mud and shit raised. I have a bent spine of adamantium. I like identifying myself because I am not allowed to express myself normally. As an aside or an opinion, alt-right just means extreme left. The South only gets it fucked up when it comes to family. The North only gets it right when it comes to liberty. I originally said freedom, but then I thought about Rikers Island and I laughed. So they only get it right with liberty. Brothers and sisters, I don't care from what region, from what ideology, from what spirituality, I can guarantee you we can come together and we can snap together quicker than whatever other silly stuff. We are all people. I have radical revolutionaries and rebel rousers. And the spirit comes on top of all. The system of spiritualities, the lighthouse of love, the waters, the fountain of youth. This is what we talk about. This is what we want. So, did you get half of that? A quarter of that? Am I making any sense? This is what I'm doing. My declarations. This is what I'm moving towards. And I don't care if you're a Christian, you believe in God, Muslim, Jewish. I don't care if you believe in the blades of grass and your dog. I don't care. As long as you give your waters freely to all those that are in need, then brother, you are of my spirit and I am of yours. And then we can come together. And I'm too tired, man. My back hurts. I can't even swing. I can't even swing a little hammer, let alone my hands. If I need to, I can let one go, but my spine is going with it. So, to finish this off, and because I like myself, I'm going to sing, because I think I haven't been able to express myself in a long time. So now, I'm going to write, and I'm going to read to you my song, but this is over. That's all you needed. The video is over. Go home. There's nothing left. Just some old man croaking his melodies on a lily pad. Let's go for the other one first. No, I like this one first. I'm not going to do this 100%. This is going to be like 30%. I don't even have to I'd have to print the lyrics, And please be offended. I am Crit Stick, the whitey knight, the colored thing. The only beats I carry are the ones I munch on as I spit the bitter banes and wines. Some of my contributors, my supporters. Song is seeded and forged by self, spirit, and soul as much as I would get a penny or a hakaluga. My inspirers deserve their pound, and I alone will provide that bass. I like bass better, dude. I'm hungry as fuck. And now you may keep all appendages inside the rollers and runners. Hit it, Cali, baby. Born in Stockton, raised in Indiana. As I spit the bitter banes and wanes of the things and dames and dimsians and dinsians and knitted silhouette, hear my tongue waggling like the tail of a pissed dog post-snake. Watch my fingers weave yarn from the fiber of corrupted and corroded clouds of past innocence and the intestines of blotted enemies. Yeah, we are all welcome and invited to the crusades. Ugh. In a flash, no mob, I orchestrate storms and delusions without delusion, delay, or in strays. Yeah, in fact, call me the pound. No killing here, just the bitches of bastards who fucked with the wrong madman and meditative monkey mare thing, motherfucker. Best be believing that they do be getting hammered. Sorry, I just had my aunties walking up. Best be believing that they do be getting hammered like monks. Call me God. Hell, call it buck fast and then slowly but surely, my dears, you will understand the light that paralyzes you. Come break fast with me as we break the wrists and rights of treacherous and tyrannical aristocrats everywhere, and the people of this world can stand with straight backs and deliver the shattering blow to the backs and fronts and all overs of tyrants everywhere. Yah-huh! And they call me the hunk as I stuff their trunk and make them trumpet like an elephant, not be breaking off chunks of their cucks and ordering them to stuff themselves so I may drink in the sauce of the Father and eat mighty and well, while I drink tankards of the mother's milk, dripping down the beard. These things are not to be feared, for they are sacred things. Best be believing this is the heifer shit straight out the mouth of a cowman. I doff my yoke and break it thusly and justly. These shenanigans ain't the final zooper. Built-in supple layers of cake stand precariously yet precise. You want to live vicariously through me? I don't know if you do, but it made me feel nice. Ha! And strangely serene ways. Yeah, we be eating backwards through dinner now, folk. I'm the leaning tower, B. Only cake I got though sits firmly on my tailbone. And with this gift from mother, I do jam traffic and bounce bitches like billiard balls off the throats and chins and noses and heads and heads of the freaks who can't go one by one to get two, and who can't understand my truths are self-evident and endowed on my gentle crown, who have snatched the crumbs, the food, the plate, the fork, the table, the turkey, the candle, and the innocence of kid and the beauty of difference. So shall I, with my liberal and righteous hands, shall snatch the evil worms, wriggling like a bait out your mouth. Before all these fish catch their death on your toxicity, with lips that whistle for all these dogs of war, I shall sew your lips shut, so that you stop sucking up all the good and just things in this world, out of color, out this world. For ye faith tells you that if a little black child is the devil, a demon, or undesirable, then we are your God, and we will rain hell and brimstone upon you and your evil works. We will rain heaven and soft clouds of gentle nature and nurture upon the soils in which your corpse habitates and is absorbed into. You best be believing I'm drizzling and drizzling in strange leathers and stranger skins. Hear me and my State of the Union address. I be drilling on my courthouse and in White Houses across the world who want to write about us and our rights and freedoms. People that look, what up? It's your boy and we leaping at your face. Attention, half left face, front leg rest position, move. And you will beat your face until you are no longer realized or recognized. Get up, hurry up, waiting on you, 5-4, hurry up. Yeah, I guess you could say I smoke a little. Hopefully before my throat goes out, younger and less experienced voices may join me in the Smoke the Circus tent and we can all have a smoke sesh. May my children take the reins of their own authority and power as it is right and just and good, and be gentle and good and banging and boss when shit goes down. I earned the title Captain Save-A-Ho. Columns of 2, double space, forward march. Left, righter, left, righter, left, righter, left, right, left. Got you lined up like a temple with my fingers against your temple and my voice, filling yourselves in spirit. Don't lose temple. Now round up your ignorant parts and have them march 2 by 2 while you go find yourself some enlightenment. Double time until the end of time, until you have mopped up the previous trail of tears and have started the salt river of fascist tears. Only then you will learn how to fucking swim, because you'll be a fish and I'll be expecting to trade off of the river of your actions. I apologize for the fact that this is too much information, but I expect to be performing daily enemas so that my enemies can have one last chance at my ass crack, one last look at the thing that bounced them the fuck out of town. And yes, this crack was homegrown, no Contra, no CIA, no government entities or things here. You and your evil forces, you guess you should call me a dwarf and the land's a bastion. And it was evil and vile and evil force. Yeah, that's what I said, sweet. A bastion, because we're under siege by goblins. No matter what, I needed the goblin night to see how beautiful my day was and know I'm in the night. You goblins, you small-minded, needful, and evil things, go away or prepare to eat shit and die. Die, motherfuckers, die. Manufactually, and better ye, let justice be served liberally, and I'll make a masterwork out of ye. Evil and hateful, malicious, and maniacal things. Put you in the lands, picking up your pollution and your fucking problems of self, spirit, and soul. I'll put bands of piranha leather around your neck, encrusted with onyx and ivory, and circle that with gleaming spikes of brass and lead. Along the edges, seams, motley little bells of minerals and rings. Throughout the land. I want to do more on that. Through the backs of the piranha leather will be a field of razor blades made of antimantium. When this becomes dull and brittle, your collars will finally be able to be ripped off without fear of losing your head or looking up. Congratulations, you've just made it to the promised lands. Ye of all heavenly and hellish bodies patronize this wonderfully strange land. I drop to animal and bury my face, and I cry and intermingle with the salts. Hear my oath. I stand united, mind and body and soul, with all my brothers and sisters. May we supplement the nutrition of not only our diet, but the diet of the environment and our children with the demonstrating demonically dealt cards at birth. Democracy. Derelict dreams flick into life as I die and breathe, so shall these colors demand defy me without confinement, despite denotions of psychosis, prognosis of delusional dreams. Wait, Let me drink the diuretics and piss on the paperwork because your asses were wrong. Yeah, I got a sack, you can feel it. The vibrations throughout the halls and the lands as I walk freely besides my own will. Liberally, with the authority and power and endowed and burdened upon me. So shall I enshrine the freedoms and liberties of all things. For we are all of self-spirited soul. So we shall live forever as long as... Okay, good on that one. I really just like wagging my tongue. My tongue will be forever in a boxing stance, delivering co's and comfies. I don't know, man. Anyway, critical fucking course concepts of humanity and life and all the other little things that we are ignorant or unaware of. I'm gonna give you a second beat. Just in case for everyone that thinks they want my ass, this one's for you specifically, brother, sister, guy, thing. I give you my neck. Take your cleavers of mad vengeance, your daggers of mad deceit, because you have done the same thing as I and are just jealous that I am so light. Take care of your long swords of injustice and your short-sighted daggers. I caution you as you take sloppy aim and swing with a heart of hate or apathy. For your sword shall shatter, and so will your perspective. I have mercy and grace for you, for it will be 1,000 years before you sort the pieces of your existence. Yeah, welcome to my life. Oh wow, that's new? He's faking and code switching? Watch your mouth. I'll find a willow tree and peel the bark of a strong switch. Turn your life into an HD hellscape and lash at you with calm and premeditated intention. Yeah, these words may form as I close my eyes and connect to the However, these actions and form had been practiced long before I had a tail and could swim. Welcome to the night's order of the blackest day and the whitest of nights. How dare you drink of the sun how dare you drink of the sun you argue at? I am capable of my own justice. May it form to the cause and shape of my... I don't like that at all. I'm scratching that one. I am capable... Oh, we'll figure that out. Listen to the whistle of my tongue as it breaks sound barriers and blood membrane. Yeah, I like getting my ass beat. No. Hold your words up against my name and slam your fist and fistula on my head, and I'll break you upon my mind. I lift thee up like Lil Wayne lifted the world up on his shoulders. Bless the deuce and a half for carrying our boys. And bless the great and venerated triple deuces of the mighty. Experience weightlessness, self-spirit and soul. Allow your lungs to fill up with the twisters of my rap. Yeah, dial Dr. Dre. I can minister your care. The blood of the precious youth drips from your lips. I collapse onto. You better believe in the Lord. I wait on him. Nettle tea boiling into tea. Nettles boiling. I'll get that. Kendrick Lamar, I see you way up there. Half a man towering over his enemies. Blot that. Just some ignorant and baseless sludge. People's powerful projects looking up and bowing in spiritual formation. Nah, strike that thing, banging. No flash, not a gangster. Nor do I I am sweating on camera. Nor do I sweat cameras. Just use photographs as whetstones to sharpen my gaze. Phasing out fake Christians who wear a veil of paper from a book of scribbling and scrolls and sinners and saints. No, it's the fairy tale collective. It's the fairy tale of the collectives. Flies on that pie, natural native things on the knees. Head up the... Okay, yeah. We're the fairy tales of the collective. You're the flies on the pies of natural and native things. You're on your knees. Head up the exhaustive industry. These motherfuckers. So, I've given you at least 20 things. Hopefully you have at least one comment. I hope you have a great day. Drink freely of the water. Liberty, justice, the things. Have a great day. Do your thing.